Hi, my name is Neil Kelleher. So one of the ideas that I use quite a lot in my yoga classes, particularly when students aren't aware of this idea, is the idea of pushing against the floor. And when I say students aren't aware, so the idea is to say use a hand to push the floor. So I use my right hand to push the floor to the right. And once they get the idea, I'll just say push your hand to the right. And the idea of doing so is, as the hand pushes to the right, you could use the shoulder to push the rib cage to the left. So the idea of pushing on the floor, you push the floor one way, the floor resists, it pushes back, and you can actually feel that. So your muscles are engaging to create to help push your hand, and that's something that you can use to feel your body. And let's say because the floor is not moving, your hand, once the skin on your hand becomes tight, once the slack's taken up, at some point within your body there's going to be a point where while your hand is moving one way, another part of the body is going to move in the opposite direction. So in this case it could be at the shoulder. So using the shoulder, I can push my hand to the right and at the same time cause my rib cage, my upper body, to move to the left. And one of the poses which I like to use this in, and I'll do both sides, you can join in now if you like, is in pigeon pose. So with the front leg hip on the floor, the knee slightly to the outside of the hip and the shin parallel. If I was using a mat and lying longwise with a mat, the front shin would be parallel with the front of the mat. So from here, with the back leg reaching back, I can lean forward. And some people are relatively tight in this pose, so they might be doing their pose, forgive my back leg, if the wall wasn't in the way, I'd be reaching it back. But they might be doing it something more like this, leaning on their elbow or their hand like this. But whatever level you're at, in this position, you can then use, so my right leg is forward, my right hand's out to the side. I'm going to push my right hand against the floor to the right and push my rib cage to the left, and then relax. And the general sequence of actions I like to use in this pose is first so let's practice that first. Push your hand to the right, rib cage to the left, relax. Push your hand to the right, rib cage to the left, relax. Push your hand to the right, rib cage to the left, relax. And you could do it with the elbow straight as well. So keeping the elbow straight, push the hand to the right, feel your shoulder activating to push your rib cage to the left, relax. Push the hand to the right, feel your shoulder activating to push your rib cage to the left, relax. Push your hand to the right, feel your shoulder activating to push your rib cage to the left, and then relax. And let's just do that on the other side quickly. So in this position, so again, front leg hip is on the floor, knee, if possible, is towards the outside of the hip, shin is parallel to the front of your mat, and the back leg is reaching back. So bending forward in here, in this position, you can start with the elbow bent. Straighten the elbow, so push the hand to the left, straighten the elbow, push the rib cage to the right, relax. Straighten the elbow, push the hand to the left, rib cage right, relax. Push the hand to the left, rib cage to the right, relax. And then do it with the elbow straight. So elbow straight, push the hand to the left, rib cage right, feel your shoulder activating, relax. Hand left, rib cage right, relax. Hand left, rib cage right, and then relax. Now, one action you could do, getting away from the pushing action, so that your hip is a little bit happier, and your knee, one action that you could do prior to the push is to activate the foot. Make the foot feel strong. Then push the foot into the floor. And what you may notice as you do that, the outside of your thigh activates. So the sequence of events then could be the sequence of actions. Make the foot strong. Press the foot down. Then push. So let's say I'll mirror you for this one. So let's say your left leg is forward, your left hand is out to the side. So make the left foot strong, push the left foot into the floor, push the left hand to the left, rib cage to the right, relax. And if you want more of a stretch, so if you want less of a stretch, move the hand away from the knee. If you want more of a stretch, say you want to get this shoulder towards the foot, move the hand closer to the knee. All right? And if you need to relax more, you could bend the elbow for the relaxation phase. So, foot active, press the foot down, straighten the elbow, push the hand to the left, rib cage to the right, and then relax. Activate the foot, push the foot down. Straighten the elbow, push the hand to the left, rib cage to the right, relax. Activate the foot, push the foot down, straighten the elbow, push the rib cage, push the hand to the left, rib cage to the right, and then relax and switch sides. So here again, first action, make the foot strong, rigid. Then press it down, feel the outside of your thigh activating, relax. Foot active, press it down, feel the thigh active, and then relax. So bending forward, foot active, press it down, straighten the elbow, push the hand to the right, rib cage to the left, relax. Foot active, press the foot down, straighten the elbow, push the hand to the right, rib cage to the left, relax. Activate the foot, press it down, straighten the elbow, push the hand to the right, rib cage to the left, and then relax. So that general idea is an important one. One, it can give you something clear to do in a relatively static pose. So if you get used to doing all these actions, say in Pigeon, so pressing, relaxing, you can then work towards simply holding the pose. So you might just be holding the pose. Your foot is active, your foot is pressing down just enough so the outside of the thigh is active, and you're constantly pushing with the hand, maybe making adjustments so that the pose feels strong with minimal effort, so it feels integrated with minimum effort. But the idea of pushing is important because not only does it give you something to do in the pose, so push, relax, it also gives you something to feel. The act of pushing activates muscles, it creates tension in your arm, connective tissue tension as well as muscle activation tension. All of that gives your body feel. And so you can use simple actions like pushing the floor to help you learn to feel your body. But even if not that, just the action of pushing and then relaxing is very much like a breathing action. So general breathing exercise, inhale, expand your chest, exhale, relax. So the action of breathing, if you do an active inhale, you're using muscles to expand your rib cage. The lungs don't expand by themselves. You're using muscles within your rib cage to expand your rib cage, or perhaps you could use the intercostal muscles to expand the rib cage and thus the lung space, or you could push the diaphragm down to expand the rib cage volume by pushing down on the bottom of the lungs. So in all of those cases, you can use muscle action to create space in the rib cage cavity, which then expands the lungs. And then if you're upright, you can just relax. So relax those muscles, let your chest sink down to collapse, to decrease the volume of the lungs. So basically, breathing is a muscle action. You're activating muscles, you're relaxing it. Or if you're more focused on an exhale, you could do a strong exhale to reduce the lung volume, and then relax, and there'll probably be some elastic action, maybe some muscle action as well to increase the lung volume. But in either case, there's muscle activation. So in one case, muscle activating to create space and then relaxing to reduce space. In another case, one set of muscles is activating to create space, another set of muscles is activating to reduce space. So the idea, most breathing exercises, unless you're focusing on controlling the diameter of the throat or the lips, most breathing exercises are actually muscle control exercises, and when you're focused on your breathing, and in a lot of instances when you, quote, feel your breath, what you're actually feeling is muscle activation. But by the same token, by pressing your hand, say, into the floor to create muscle tension and then relaxing, it's a similar act to breathing, or it can be a similar action to breathing, particularly if you, instead of just doing it like this, push, relax, if you do it slowly and smoothly, so slowly, smoothly push, slowly and smoothly relax, that actually can become very much like a breathing exercise. And in the same way that breathing exercises give you something to focus on, that give you changes in muscle tension to help you focus on feeling your body, pushing the floor is another way to feel your body, because it gives you sensation which you can tune into, which you can become present. And an additional advantage, if you focus on doing it slowly and smoothly, is it helps you both learn to feel your body and control it. Thank you for watching. Namaste.